It's Fired Up Friday, and this isn't your average pep talk. This is the Bad Influence podcast. Yeah, the one they told you not to listen to. I'm Bjordan Banderas, and today we're setting your fears on fire, torching your excuses, and waking up the beast inside you. If you want to take control of your life, it starts right here. New drops every week. Let's burn the old version of you to the ground. And today's episode, let's start by shattering a lie right off the bat. Ready? Your failures are not your downfall. They're your superpower. Everyone wants to talk about success like it's clean, polished, and perfect. But here's the truth nobody dares to say. Success is bloody, messy, chaotic, and built entirely on fuck-ups. Who taught you that failure was something to hide? Your parents, school, your own fragile ego? Because whoever sold you that lie robbed you of your greatness. A school gave you grades, told you red ink meant something was broken. Your parents clap only when you won. Your ego learned early that looking perfect mattered more than becoming powerful. But perfection is just fear dressed in designer clothes. You know why most people never unlock their true potential? Because they're too terrified to look stupid just once. But if you never risk embarrassment, you'll never taste glory. You trade greatness for comfort and you call it safety. Well, that's not safety. That's slow death. If you haven't fucked up lately, congratulations. You're playing small. Because bold moves always carry scars. Real courage leaves bruises. No champion walks off the field spotless. Think about it. Every empire is built on rubble. Every iconic breakthrough starts with a breakdown. Every relationship worth having comes after heartbreak. Yet, you shame yourself when you trip instead of seeing that stumble as proof you're actually moving forward. It's true. I've done this. And again, I see people doing this. The problem isn't failing. The problem is thinking that your failures define you. You're not your mistakes. You're the warrior who survives them. Those scars are your badges. Prove you stepped into the arena when others stay safely in the stands. It's true. It's true because society praises outcomes but despises the process. I learned that while working on the podcast. They want your victory, not your journey. But guess what? You can't skip chapters and still have a story worth telling. Your greatest mess-ups are fingerprints of future greatness. Each failure is unique proof that you're there to step beyond what everyone else thought was safe or possible. So let me tell you a story. Thomas Edison, before lighting the world, was mocked by his peers. He messed up thousands of times before he got it right. The world remembers the light bulb. Edison remembered every failed attempt as a stepping stone. You think Oprah Winfrey became unstoppable because life handed her a smooth path? Hell no! Her early rejections, the people who said she didn't fit TV, they were shaping her fire. Failure fueled her future. So what's your excuse for avoiding failures? You scared you'll look weak? Well, here's the truth. Real weakness is dodging opportunities because you're afraid your ego might get bruised. It's so true. The problem is you've been taught to protect your image over your integrity. You'd rather appear successful than actually become successful. So stop trading your potential for temporary applause. Because a lot of people on Instagram and social media do this. And if you pay attention, you will see it too. If you're still scared of failing, let me make this clear. Failure is not a setback. It's feedback. Every mistake is a mentor if you are humble enough to learn from it. What if every obstacle in your life wasn't punishment, but preparation? Each failure, just another layer of armor, another weapon in your arsenal for the next round. See, most people confuse failing with quitting. Failing is failing. Quitting is staying down and not wanting to get back up. Failing is inevitable. Quitting is optional. So make your choice wisely. Stop calling failure a sign to quit. It's not a stop sign, it's a yield sign. It says adjust your approach, not your destination. You fear public humiliation more than private regret. Yes, you do. That's why you're not starting the project. That's why you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing in order for you to have the life you want. But let me tell you something. Embarrassment fades quickly. Regret haunts you forever. Yes, it will. At 2 a.m., regret whispers the dreams you betrayed by choosing comfort over courage. So decide right now. Public failure or private regret. Only one of these is temporary. You've been taught that the goal is to avoid pain. But what if pain was your greatest teacher? Every scar carries a lesson. Yes, it does. I don't care what anybody else says. This is based on my life. Every bruise says I showed up. Yes, it does. But yet, society celebrates mediocrity because it's predictable. Greatness scares the shit out of average people. It reminds them of every risk they refuse to take. How many brilliant ideas die every day because someone was too scared of judgment to speak them into existence? Too many dreams stay trapped inside throats, never becoming reality. Your dream isn't dying because you're incapable. It's dying because you're too terrified of failing publicly. But here's a harsh truth. Nobody great was ever universally loved at first. Leaders, visionaries, innovators, disruptors, they all failed spectacularly. Steve Jobs was fired from the company he founded. Walt Disney was laughed out of meetings. Michael Jordan was cut from his high school team. Their failures became legendary because they refused to quit. Your ego sees failure as a threat. Yes, it does. Don't try to deny it. Just accept it. It's okay to accept it. This is your safe space. Your soul sees it as evolution. Let your soul lead. Ego keeps you safe, but soul takes you places worth going. What if your greatest failures are exactly the fire you need to forge your future self? Steel doesn't become strong without heat and hammering. Embrace the forge. Stop asking for permission to fail boldly. If no one's criticizing you, you're not being bold enough. Your haters confirm you're finally shaking shit up. You're scared they'll laugh at your stumble. Good. Be scared. But let them laugh now, because they'll be lining up for your autograph later. You can't control other people's opinions, only your actions. So fail. And fail unapologetically. Make your fuck ups legendary stories. You can just go somewhere and say, remember when I messed up so bad that I wanted to quit, but I didn't quit, and now look at me? That's a story you want to tell in the future. Every time you mess up publicly, you're closer to succeeding massively. Remember that the next time someone mocks your attempts. Success isn't linear. No. It's messy as hell. It's like a freaking roller coaster with like 20 million loops. It's a zigzag through humiliation and doubt, cuts through shame, and rises from the ashes. So stop expecting straight lines. Start embracing chaos. Your dream demands it. Your failures are not random. They're carefully selected challenges designed specifically to build the version of you that can handle your greatness. So ask yourself, what am I hiding from because I'm afraid of looking stupid? Go do that. Immediately. Give yourself permission to be bad at something new. Mastery begins with messy attempts. If you've never embarrassed yourself, you've never truly pushed your limits. So start embarrassing yourself more often. Failure isn't shameful. It's honorable. It's proof you were brave enough to risk comfort for something bigger. Fail so boldly that inspires others to step out of their comfort zones and their shadows. Become living proof that mistakes are not fatal. They're fundamental. Yes, they are. Believe it or not. Let your fuck-ups become battle scars you wear proudly. Every scar says, I survived. I showed up. I grew. Your journey doesn't have to be pretty. I don't know where people get this from, that my journey has to be so pretty, almost like walking on the yellow brick road with sunshine, rainbows, flowers, sing-alongs, and all this beautiful crap, right? Well, that's not how success works. Your journey is going to be rough and tough. It's going to test you. Because the world doesn't need polished heroes. It needs authentic warriors willing to bleed and rise again. So drop the shame. Your past isn't baggage. It's fuel. Ignite it. Punch the wall until it breaks open something no one's seen before. Your uniqueness lives in the places others fear to tread. The next time you mess up, don't hide it. Own it loudly. Tell the world, look how brave I was. Look how boldly I failed. Watch how that honesty transforms shame into strength. Authenticity is magnetic. Hiding is pathetic. Your failures are your fingerprints. They're unique identifiers proving you took risk others avoided. The only real failure is shrinking yourself to fit other people's comfort zones. Everything else is growth disguised as setbacks. I want you to copy this, write this, do whatever you need to remind yourself of this particular quote that I'm going to give you. Pain is temporary. Glory is eternal. Choose wisely. Every great life story includes chapters of humiliation, rejection, and heartbreak. Stop editing out your best material. Trust your vision more than your fears. Fuck-ups come with big dreams, so welcome them. Open your arms, hug them, hold them. Tell them you're here for them. The world doesn't remember perfection. It remembers bold, brave, relentless people who took shots nobody else dared. And you're one of them. So stop playing small to avoid judgment. Risk everything to become who you're meant to be. Greatness demands scars. Accept it now and you'll thrive where others crumble. Look at your mess ups as training. You're building the mental muscle you'll need for future victories. Remember, the only real embarrassment is choosing safety over passion. Make your choice wisely. Success is rebellion with results. Rebel boldly, fail openly, win inevitably. Your fuck-ups are not random disasters. They're the blueprint to your future. So start celebrating your failures as proof of your bravery, not evidence of your inadequacy. Now, get off the sidelines. Don't you get tired of just being on the sidelines? Not doing anything, just watching others do their thing? And well, you're like, oh my gosh, I wish I could have that life. Well, this is the time to get in the arena. So risk failing boldly today so you can win massively tomorrow. It's your time. Your scars are your strength. So stand up. Step forward. Fuck up beautifully and make your story one worth telling. Because guess what? Your story is worth telling. Not everyone is going to listen. No, they're not. But there will be people who will listen. And that's what matters. Picture this. You're flat on your back. Cold floor, fluorescent lights buzzing overhead. You're in a small sweaty boxing gym, the kind that smells like bleach and blood. You've been dropped again. Mouthpiece out, vision blurry, coach yelling something, but it's all static. You taste iron. Your ribs feel cracked. And worst of all, there's a crowd watching. A few smirks, a few laughs. And that one gut-wrenching sound you'll never forget. Pity. You could stay down. Hell, you want to stay down. Because getting up means more pain. It means risking another hit. It means maybe failing again in front of the same people who already think you're a fucking joke. But something inside you starts screaming, not yet. Because this isn't just about this round. It's about every damn time you've quit early in your life. Every time you've made excuses instead of owning your shit. This isn't about boxing anymore. It's about whether you'll keep letting failure define you. Or whether this moment will redefine everything. So you get up. Not gracefully. Not heroically. You wobble like a baby deer, or like your legs are noodles, your lungs are fire, and then, boom, another hit. You're rocked. But this time, you don't fall, you swing. You miss, you swing again, still missing. But somewhere between all the misses, you start to find your rhythm. You land one. Then another, and suddenly the guy who had you on the mat is backing up. Why? Because he realizes something you're just now remembering. You're not breakable. You're built for this shit. By the time the round ends, your opponent's the one sitting down. Your coach is yelling with pride now, not panic. And the crowd, they're quiet. Not because you won. No. But because you earned their fucking respect. You didn't fold. You fought. And for the first time in your life, you realize your failure didn't finish you. It forged you. Most people want to dodge that moment. They avoid the hit, avoid the embarrassment. They don't want to fall because they're scared of how they will look. But you fell in public, got humiliated, and rose anyway. And that's the truth they don't tell you about greatness. It never looks clean. It's not some highlight reel. It's dirty, bloody, humbling as hell. But it's real. You don't become a legend by avoiding failure. You become one by walking through it, dragging your broken pride behind you and standing back up. So, next time life drops you, smile through the blood, because the moment you almost didn't get back up might be the exact moment you finally rose for real. And remember, the choice is yours. And that's it for today. If you're still making excuses after this one, that's on you. But if you're ready to move, then burn down the damn comfort zone. Smash that subscribe button so you never miss the fire. Send this to someone who's one decision away from one full-blown comeback. This is the Bad Influence Podcast. Until next time, stay relentless, stay dangerous, and make them remember your name. Have a great day.